There have been many legendary speedruns in Minecraft history, and everyone has their favorite. Maybe your favorite is the sub 10 Vibrant Tilda. Maybe it's the current world record by Loki. Or maybe you're a fan of tragedies, like Skycrab's world record choke. But for me, my personal favorite is Curryways 1436. On the surface, this isn't a very special run. It's not the first sub 15, it wasn't even Curryway's first world record, but for me, this speedrun means a lot. This run was the first Minecraft speedrun I saw, and I was amazed. Since then, I continued to watch Minecraft speedrun content, and recently decided to start tuning myself. And this got me wondering, could I, who's only been playing for 4 months, beat this legendary speedrun? I decided it would be best to scout the seed first, so I could really test how fast I could beat it. So here I am scouting the seed. Okay. So there's this village, right? Of course the village is already good. Is there by any chance a buried treasure here? 145 blocks away, so it's actually not that far. Yeah, the village is right there. So we could come to here instead. Use like a newer strat than, oh my god, you get so much diamonds, holy. Yeah, you get everything you need here. And this lava pool is our enter, I guess, right here. Guess we can enter here. The only annoying thing would be wood. I guess maybe I come get wood first, then go, maybe? That could maybe work. Because this had the obby. Okay. But you need to kill Golem, right? In the Curry's record, he did kill Golem. Wait, how did he get into the Nether again? Oh, right, he boats out until he finds a lava pool. So I think this lava pool here is worth it, right? Because this is lava. Yeah, this is real. Get into the Nether and see what it would look like from here. Yeah, I have enough food here too. I think I do play the buried treasure. So we're here in this wall. We can actually get our wood here. We're in a crimson. That's actually pretty good. Now let's see, where's the nearest bastion? 200 blocks. Yeah, so it's right here. It's the bridge bastion. Yeah, this room, and then there's the fortress. Right? Is this a double chest or is it double single? It's double single. Rough. I should definitely get enough. It's a bridge bastion. We're here. How close are we to the stronghold? We're 400 blocks away. Yeah, so I had to grab wood first. I probably want to grab 2 logs. Should be in maybe probably actually 4. Can I need my? Do I need a boat? I don't need a boat. I don't think I need a boat. So you go this way. Grab your wood. You're going to the bastion. Maybe you can get some more food there. If you do have a boat, you can boat down here, save some time. And then you go over here. You pearl to the fortress. Like 3 pearls maybe. You're then here. The stronghold's right here somewhere. So here's the portal room. This is indeed a 0i. Okay, so right here would be where you need to go. Ooh, wait, gravel would be good to look for. So there should be gravel here. Yeah, there's a bunch of gravel right here, so I can easily get that. I guess we can take a look at the end. I don't think the end really matters too much, but I don't see any harm in looking. Yeah, I can't hit a 0, so that's just rough. I could do half bow. Well, I guess that's the plan then. Alright, so as you might see, this challenge took me 56 attempts, which actually isn't that bad. I was expecting closer to 100 or more, but thankfully I was able to finish this challenge a lot faster than I thought. And the challenge was actually really fun. I enjoyed actually revisiting the seed because it's been so long. It's been almost 6 years now. And it brought back memories. I decided to only get 2 logs because I can get more logs in the Nether with my iron axe, so it's a lot quicker. It just means I don't need a boat, but because I'm not using boat I just go straight to the stronghold. It doesn't really matter. I then do a bit of crafting here right before I get my buried treasure. I find that if I do it like while I'm jumping, while in air, it saves half a second or a second. My crafting skills it's not like I'm a top runner. I'm not an expert at crafting. I also just use English, which doesn't help me do search crafting or anything. So this extra half a second trying to save when I can is important. I get my flint pretty quickly here and I put it in my offhand so that I can do what I just did in the crafting where I do a bucket and then the flint and steel at the same time. I crafted in diamond tools earlier. I just have to craft an iron. I crafted gold axe actually because I found that it saves a bit of time in the Nether when I'm trying to get a bunch of wood, because I need a lot of blocks trying to bridge out. So using the wood, and because wood's the only block I really get a lot of in this run, the gold axe is really helpful to get a bunch of it. I'm making my Nether portal now in the lava pool that I found during the scouting earlier, and this actually brings me to the underneath where I spawned into scouting. This is because the lava is like underneath the surface level, like the ground level, so it put me below, which is actually isn't that bad. I'm closer to a tree and I have easier vision to the bastion. The only problem was that there's a lot more hoglins, but I also didn't need a boat, so there's pros and cons to it. I climb up this little hill. Usually there was a couple hoglins at the top here. In this run there was only 3, which I think in my worst run there was 6. This run wasn't that bad. I was able to just go around them. The nice thing is I could get food, but since I already have 6 cooked salmon from the buried treasure, it never really mattered. I just always ignored them. I then safely got my gold. This is the same for every bridge out. It's very nice to get your gold here and then head towards one of the ramparts. If you remember during the routing, both ramparts are actually single. Because of that, I usually just default to the right rampart. I decided to do this unconventional bridge route because often there was hoglins and I ended up often using a lot more food than I wanted to, doing the regular bridge route, like the Donkey Kong route. So I decided to go basically around the rampart and then up top. This allowed me to get to the piglins a bit quicker, and because there was often enough there, I just thought it was better. I only needed 10 obsidian. I didn't need the craziest trade, so just starting them early, I think, helped make this run as fast as it was. As you can assume, the trades here are actually really good. I was able to get out of the bastion pretty quickly, which makes sense because this is the run that I'm showcasing. I decided to go for a pearl hang here. This is what I often did for most runs. This allowed me to get out of the bastion as soon as I could, because often I decided to wait for a couple more obsidian trades. There was no obsidian in any chest, which was very unfortunate because this probably could have been an extra 30 seconds faster, and a lot of the other runs probably could have sub 10 as well. As you can see here, I'm just waiting for obsidian and string trades so I can make beds to kill the dragon and get to the stronghold. This is often what killed most runs because by the 5-minute mark, if I didn't have trades done yet, I just often resetted. I decided to make an iron axe because I have the time right now. I'm just waiting for trades, and the gold axe would often break from while killing the blazes, so I thought I just might as well do it now. I end up getting the last bit of pearls I need here, and I'm still just waiting for 3 more obsidian trades, and probably 1 or 2 more string trades would be nice. By this point, there was I still had about 30 seconds until I would reset, but I did really think this run would be dead. When I got the 9th obsidian trade though, I thought it was possible, but with the lack of string, because often I wanted about 6 beds, I was not expecting to complete this one. I wasn't expecting this one to be a sub 10, but here we are. I decided to craft some beds here because I can. I'm still just waiting, right? So I might as well. Actually, I don't craft the beds. I just craft some wool because I don't know. I should have crafted the beds, but that doesn't matter too much now. I ended up getting the last bit of string and obsidian trades I needed, and then I raised my render distance and I pearl lands near the fortress, and then I do an aggressive pearl because at this point I still have 5 cooked salmon, which most runs I usually only had 3 or 4 by now. So I was able to do an aggressive pearl, and I was able to get the fortress up slightly quicker. I do a 3rd pearl because at this point, this run, though a good time, was never my, I've had a faster runs than this. So I decided that I want to crank up the pace a bit, so I do another pearl and get to the spawner slightly quicker. I also have enough food to make it justifiable, and I start killing the blaze at the blaze spawner, and then I decide to go for some strays. The strays this run are actually really good. I know I'm in a Sultan Valley, which helps with strays because of the less mob spawns in the biome, but I didn't have 5 render distance here, and often I needed to if I wanted this many strays, but I was actually very lucky with blazes. I didn't want to go 5 render distance this run because for one, I saw the blazes earlier, but also it made more wither skeleton spawn, and I only had 1 cooked salmon left, and I knew I had to do a couple more pearls, 1 in the end and then 1 to get to the stronghold. So I didn't want more wither skeletons to spawn at this point. But thankfully the blazes did spawn anyways, and I was able to... I got pretty decent rates. Not amazing rates, but pretty, like, average. It wasn't terrible rates, which explains why this is a sub 10. I go to the next blaze spawner here, and hopefully I was hoping that I could get the last blaze rods here that I needed. I ended up only getting one of the last two I needed, but this gave me enough time to do some pre-crafts, which is good. I decided not to ever go for blaze beds here just because of all the strays. I never thought the blaze bed would be worth it, and since I could play both spawners, I thought it was always just better. Maybe in hindsight it wasn't, but that's okay. I end up having enough for 7 bed 3 anchors, which is actually really good. I feel pretty comfortable with that. For me, anything over 6 beds I feel confident with, so this was definitely enough. And then once I get my final rod, I hurl down to the location for my nether portal. In hindsight, looking back, I probably made a pretty bad mistake. I decided to always do my nether portal to surface, which I feel like in hindsight now, I probably could have found a way to nether portal into the stronghold. Maybe it was slightly a couple blocks lower, a couple blocks to the right here. That definitely would have saved some time, but you know, it's okay. I got my sub 10. As you can see here, I'm just wasting a lot of time just traveling across the, I guess this is like a pond, not a pond, like a river, an inlet. I guess you can call it a bay. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. The water, I have to travel across it and swim down into the stronghold, which just definitely wasn't worth it. Not probably, but it's what I did, and you know, learn for the future. Since I already pre-crafted in Nether, I just put my eyes in now, and I was now in the end. I don't know the 0 cycle, so I decided just to play for the insta perch, which luckily, even though not insta, this was a very quick perch. I guess now while we wait for the perch, I'm about to just say how I thought of this challenge, and I had a lot of fun doing this. It was fun revisiting this seed after so long, and it was kind of cool to do a challenge like this where I'm going for a specific time and I just keep resetting a set seed world. I already know the seed and everything, so it was fun. I can't lie. Let me know if this is something that I should do again in the future. If I should do a different set seed, a different world record. Maybe I should try my luck at the newest world record. Not that I could ever beat it, even if I knew the route, but you know, it would be fun. I have some other ideas that I want to work on though, so we'll see if I ever come back to this. But the dragons was a perch, so hope you enjoy the 1 cycle. And it's so nice to say.